and welcome to today's Flow and Let Go yoga class. Let's begin in child's pose at the back of your mat. Take a moment to settle in, let your forehead rest on the mat and allow your breath to slow down. Our theme for this practice is Aparigraha or non-attachment. It's about letting go of tension, expectations, or anything that feels heavy right now. As you breathe here, notice if there's anything you're holding on to. And with each exhale, see if you can gently release it, one breath at a time. A reminder that I'm only here to guide you, so remember to take what you need and leave what you don't from this practice. Feel free to make this your own and honor wherever you may be today. Separate your arms wide, about mat's distance apart. Gaze towards the front edge of your mat. And we'll start with a cobra pose flow. So we'll take a deep breath in and slide through your arms. And just meet me laying down on your belly. Ground down through your palms, tops of the feet pressing down. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, bend the knees. Press your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. Gaze forwards, inhale, slide through your arms, lift your chest, squeeze your back muscles. Exhale, bend the knees, hips to heels, press it back, round your spine. Inhale, slide forwards, lift, back bend. Exhale, child's pose, press it back. Last one, inhale, slide through, lift your heart, gaze up, open. Exhale, press it back, child's pose, relax the hips. Slowly peel yourself all the way up into a tabletop position. Make sure that your knees are stacking underneath your hips and your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Just warming up the spine some more with some cat-cows. On your next breath in, drop your belly down towards your mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, gaze up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, press away. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up, open your heart. Exhale, chin to chest, round the shoulder blades. And you can stay with this movement, or maybe you add some hip circles, or spinal waves, or neck rolls. Closing your eyes and tuning out of whatever this looks like today, and just really tuning in. Notice what this feels like. Make sure you're even on both sides if you took something on one. Once you feel content, we'll just meet in a downward facing dog. Weight is in your thumb, index, and pinky finger knuckles. Take a deep breath in, come up onto the tiptoes. And on your breath out, drop your heels over to the right side of your mat and gaze up underneath your left armpit. Deep breath in, come back to center. Deep breath out, drop your heels to the left side and gaze up underneath your right armpit. Twist your chest. Deep breath in, come back to center. Gaze towards your hands and work on stepping your feet all the way to the top of the mat to meet your hands. Meeting in a forward fold, gentle bend to your knees. Grab opposite elbows and sway your body left and right, just ragdolling. Maybe even taking a few yeses and a few no's with the head. Release any resistance in the upper body. Release the arms down, let them hang heavy, and slowly work on rolling all the way up, vertebra by vertebra. Head is the last to rise. Root down to lift up, root down through the feet. Inhale, arms rise all the way up towards the sky. Weight is in the heels. Take a slight back bend, lift your chest up. And then on your next exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms and step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. Focus on melting your hips down towards the mat. Step your left foot back, plank pose. Slowly lower down knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lift your chest, take a back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes, bend your knees, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your left leg up and back. Bend the left knee, stack your hips, and maybe you take big circles with your left knee in one direction, just opening your hip, and then reverse. Come back to three-legged dog, extend your leg. And then on your exhale, slowly draw your knee in towards your nose. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, cross. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant your foot right between your hands, runner's lunge. Gaze forwards, bend the knee, and step the right foot to meet the left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up to Tadasana. Deep breath in, arms rise all the way up towards the sky, palms touch. Take a slight back bend, lift your heart. And on your exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, runner's lunge, melt your hips down towards your mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left plank. Exhale, maybe you take a chaturanga and lower down halfway. Inhale, back bend, cobra or up dog. And on your exhale, meet me back in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and kick your right leg up and back. Bend the right knee, stack the hips, and take big circles with your right knee in one direction, opening the hip. And then reverse. Kick your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze your core. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee behind right elbow. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee behind left elbow, cross hover. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, knee to nose. Plant the foot right in between the hands. Bend the back knee. Big step forward, step the left foot to meet the right. Inhale, half lift, spine straight. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way back up to standing. Palms touch all the way at the top. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the left foot back, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky. Shift your hips forwards. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open your chest. Hands draw down to frame the front foot. Gaze forwards, focus on your drishti, a spot that doesn't move a few feet in front of you. Once you're ready, shift your chest forwards and try to float your left leg long back behind you, coming to warrior 3 pose. Gentle bend to your right knee. Try to square your hips, squeeze your core. Slow and controlled, try to float your left toes all the way back down onto the mat to high lunge, coming through flying warrior. Bend your left knee, your back knee, come through warrior 2, inhale. Flip your left palm up, exhale. Bend back, peaceful warrior. Right arm slides down the right thigh, or maybe your arm binds behind your back. Inhale, come all the way back through, and on your exhale, extended side angle. Left forearm on top of the left thigh, right arm stretches away. Bicep in line with ear. Inhale, come all the way back through, warrior 2. Extend your front leg long. And on your exhale, hinge at your left hip and draw your left hand to the inside of your left ankle or hold onto your shin for more stability. Right arm rises, triangle pose. Send your left hip point forwards and your right hip point back. Hips are in one line, shoulders are stacking. And if you'd like to take a bind with your top arm, bind your arm behind your back, open your chest. Slowly cartwheel your arms down to frame your front foot. And then we'll just walk ourselves all the way back through center. Hands frame the front foot. Set the right foot back to the left plank. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press it all the way back up plank. Drop the knees, hips to heels, child's pose. Gaze forwards. Inhale, slide through your arms, lift your heart, back bend. Exhale, press the back downward facing dog. Deep breath in, kick your left leg up and back. Deep breath out, draw your knee in towards your nose and plant your foot right in between your hands. Runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down, untuck the toes. Inhale, swoop your arms up. And exhale, cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades, bend the elbows, open your heart. Draw your hands down to frame your front foot. Gaze forwards, focus your drishti. On your next breath in, hinge your chest forwards and hover your right leg long back behind you, warrior 3. What do your arms look like here? Are they reaching forwards or backwards? Maybe hands come down onto a block. Generously bend your left knee, float your right toes down, come through, flying warrior, and on your exhale, warrior 2 towards the back of the mat. Generously bend your right knee, sink your hips. Flip your right palm up to face the sky, and on your next exhale, press it back, peaceful warrior. Maybe your arm binds behind your back. Gaze up, twist up. Inhale, come back through. Extended side angle. Right forearm comes down on top of the right thigh. Stretch your left fingertips forwards and away. Bicep in line with ear. Pivot your chest up towards the sky. Hips are in one line. Slowly come all the way back through warrior 2. Gaze towards your front toes. Extend your front leg long. Triangle pose. Right wrist comes to the inside of your right ankle or holds onto your shin. Top arm rises up towards the sky. Hips are in one line. Send your right hip point forwards and your left hip point back. Walk your hands all the way back through to the top of the mat. Hands frame the left foot. Step the left foot back to the right. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press it back up, plank pose. Drop the knees down, press it back, child's pose. Gaze forwards, inhale, slide through. Back bend, up dog or cobra. And once you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Inhale, kick right leg up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Round the shoulder blades to press higher. Place the right foot right in between the hands, maybe help it up. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw your hands down to frame your front foot. Extend your front leg long, half split. Left hand plants, right arm rises up towards the sky. Gaze up, twist open. Draw your right hand down to frame your front foot. Bend the front knee. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. Gaze forwards, and once you're ready, hop forwards into warrior 3. Left heel is maybe in line with the crown of your head. Drop your right fingertips down beneath you, either onto the floor or a block. Left hand comes to the left hip, half moon pose. Actively drive your left heel back towards an imaginary wall. Generously bend your right knee, slow and controlled, float your left foot back down, warrior 2. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of the mat. Come through peaceful warrior, left arm rises up and back. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, left forearm onto left thigh, right fingertip stretch forwards and away, extended side angle. Spiral left rib cage under right rib cage. Inhale, come back through warrior 2. Extend your front leg long, hinge at your left hip and draw your left hand to the inside of left ankle. Right arm rises up to the sky, triangle pose. Send left hip point forwards, right hip point back. Gently walk your hands back to the center of your mat, all the way back to frame your right foot. Step the right foot back to the left. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press it back up, plank. Exhale, drop the knees down, hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, slide forwards, open your chest, back bend. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg kicks up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Round the shoulder blades across your back. Plant the foot right between the hands, runner's lunge. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, cactus. Hands draw down to frame the front foot. Extend the left leg long, half split. Plant right fingertips down. Left arm rises up. Gaze up, twist open. Feel a deep stretch in your IT band. Slowly draw your left hand back down to frame the front foot. Bend the front knee, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, gaze forwards, hop forwards, warrior 3 pose. Point your back toes, gentle bend in your standing knee, squeeze your core. What do your arms look like? Non-attachment doesn't mean that we stop caring, it means that we stop clinging. Can you find ease in this moment, whether it feels steady or shaky, without needing to hold on? Draw your left fingertips down onto the block or the floor. Hover your right leg. Actively stamp your foot towards the back wall. Right arm rises up towards the sky, half moon pose. Squeeze your core. Open your hips. Open your chest. Generously bend your left knee, come through warrior two. Inhale, flying warrior, and then on your exhale, warrior two to the back of the mat. Draw your right hand up and back, peaceful warrior. Generously bend your knees, sink your hips. Come all the way back through warrior two. Two extended side angle. Right forearm comes down on top of the right thigh. Left forearm reaches up and away. Bicep is in line with ear. And if you'd like to take it up a notch, if it's in your practice, draw your right hand to the inside of your right ankle. Actively press your right knee open and away. Inhale all the way back through warrior two. Extend your front knee long. Slow and controlled, draw your right hand to the inside of your right ankle after you hinge at your hip. Left arm rises up towards the sky, or maybe it binds behind your back in triangle pose. Send your right hip point forwards and your left hip point back. Hips are stacking. Hips are in one line. Slowly walk your hands all the way back through center to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back to meet your right plank pose. Exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, press it all the way back up, straight spine, plank pose. Drop the knees down, hips to heels, child's pose. Gaze forward, slide forwards, up dog or cobra. Press it back, downward facing dog. Great work. Take a moment, come back to your breath. Pedaling left and right, coming back to home base. Bend the knees, step, hop, or float your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Palms touch all the way at the top. Exhale, hands draw down to heart center. Release the arms down next to the sides of the body. Inhale, arms rise back up to the sky, palms touch. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks up and back. Exhale, right knee draws right behind the right wrist. Drop the shin down, inch the back knee back a few inches, untuck the back toes, setting up for pigeon pose. Make sure that the top of the left thigh is pressing down into the top of the mat. Square your hips towards the front edge of your mat. And as soon as you're content, we'll just fold down to whatever height feels best. You can stay on your palms, maybe you come down onto your forearms or your blocks, or maybe you come all the way down to the belly. You can ease into this by inviting gentle movement, swaying the hips left and right. And notice where you can soften and let go here. What are you holding on to that would create a little more space if you were to just let go? Gently part the teeth to relax the jaw. And soften your shoulders down, away from your ears. Allow yourself to simply be here. No striving, no holding, no resistance. Press your palms back into the earth. Press yourself all the way back up. And draw your left leg out to the side and cross your left ankle over your right knee, coming to a fire log pose or double pigeon. From here, your shins can be parallel with the mat. Shins are stacking, and it's completely normal if your left knee is up pretty high right now. We'll just allow gravity to do the work, and we'll fold forwards as much as you'd like. Maybe it's a few inches today. Honor wherever you're at in your practice. And then we can find movement by gently walking our body slowly to the right side, and then to the left side. Stopping wherever you feel any sticky areas and maybe lingering there for a little while longer. Just allowing gravity to do all the work. Breathing in and allowing every exhale to melt away any tension you may be holding on to here in your hips. We won't stay here for too long. We'll just come all the way back up, straighten your spine, and then get out the same way that you got in. Draw your left leg long out to the side and press it back to a pigeon pose. Then we'll just step back to downward facing dog, pedaling the dog out left and right. Setting up for our opposite side. Kick your left leg up and back. Slowly draw the left knee right behind the left wrist and drop the left shin down onto your mat. Inch your right knee back a few inches and tuck the back toes. Sit up nice and tall, square your hips. And again, make sure that the top of your right thigh is pressing into the top of your mat. Once you're content, we'll just fold over our shin at whatever height sitting feels best for you. Each side is always a little different than the other, so see where you need to go today. Maybe you invite gentle movement, again, swaying left and right, just easing into this. We usually store a lot of emotion and a lot of tension in our hips. So just be with whatever may be showing up. As you breathe here, imagine yourself letting go. With every exhale, release what's no longer serving you. Any judgments, tension, or expectations of what this practice should look like. Allowing yourself to just be here with your breath and all the sensations that are showing up in your practice today. Mindfully work on pressing yourself back up. Plop down onto your left glute and draw your right leg out to the side and cross your right ankle over your left knee, setting up for double pigeon or fire log pose. Allow your right knee to melt down towards your left ankle. Shins are stacking and parallel with the top edge of your mat. Actively flex your feet and maybe fold over your shins. And ease into this. You can walk your hands over to the right side slowly. And then walk your hands in your body over to the left side slowly. Maybe staying with this movement, just gently walking back and forth. Noticing any tension that might arise, and you can either hang out there for a little while longer or just stay with your movement. Allowing time and gravity to melt your knee down a little closer to your ankle. Just sending your breath into your hips. We'll just gently work on pressing ourselves all the way back up and getting out of this the same way we got into it again. Ground down through your left glute and draw your right leg out long to the side, open your hip, and then come back through pigeon pose. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, and step your left foot back to meet your right. Pedal left and right. Slowly float down onto your knees, cross your ankles or shins, and press your seat back. Extend your legs in front of you. We'll come all the way down onto the spine once you're ready, vertebra by vertebra, till your spine is flush with your mat. And setting up for our final pose, corpse pose or shavasana. Taking a moment to get completely comfortable. Maybe your legs are extended long with your heels in, toes knocking out. Or maybe your feet are on the outside edges of the mat with your knees knocking in towards each other. Draw your arms to the sides of the body with your palms face up. Close your eyes or soft gaze towards your nose. And allow yourself to settle into your body at rest on your mat. Allow yourself to feel fully supported by the ground beneath you. And take a few deep breaths, letting each exhale soften your body a little more. There's nowhere that you need to be and nothing that you really need to do right now. Just let yourself rest. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice its natural rhythm. No need to change or control it. With every exhale, imagine you're releasing tension, not just from your body, but from your mind as well. Take a moment to reflect on the idea of letting go, whether it's the small stresses of the day, an expectation, or a need to control outcomes. Imagine placing those things gently to the side, allowing yourself to simply be here, unburdened and at ease. And consider this. When we hold on to things too tightly, whether physical items, ideas, or emotions, we limit our ability to experience what's unfolding right now. Aparigraha, or non-attachment, invites us to loosen our grip, to trust that we already have enough, and to create space for new possibilities. With each breath, feel yourself becoming lighter, less weighed down, and picture yourself letting go of just one thing that you don't need anymore. It might be a worry, a frustration, or even a habit of overthinking. There's no need to analyze or judge. Just let it drift away like a leaf carried by the wind. And when you're ready, begin to gently bring awareness back to the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes, reawakening slowly. On inhale, maybe you take the biggest stretch you've had all day. On exhale, wrap yourself up in a ball, meeting yourself with whatever it is that you need most. Compassion, empathy, forgiveness, acceptance, gratitude for all the things that you can do. Roll over to your right side in a fetal position, and then when you're ready, slowly bring yourself up to a tall, comfortable seat. Hands come to prayer at the center of your chest, Anjali Mudra. Bowing your head down, see what you can soften here. Maybe it's the space between your brow. Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's your thoughts. Just arriving here now with whatever is here and allowing that to be the case. Stop trying to push or pull things away and return back to your breath. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me, and until next time, namaste.